Hey everyone, welcome. It's been a while since I last posted, so I thought I come online and give everyone an update on Alibaba stock. So it is middle of August, and Alibaba released its latest earnings just a few days ago. And honestly, nothing too surprising. There were no catalysts, no big news, no major developments. It was just a mundane report. The only a few takeaways I would say is that the company is focusing on its core business of e-commerce, of course, and also they are heavily investing in AI as well, like every other tech company. So that's I would say is the gist of it. And even though their revenue was down, uh, analysts are still very optimistic. Their revenue on the e-commerce side was down like 1% year over year. It's not a major concern. Most analysts were not too worried about it. We know the competition in China is extreme. On the AI side, though, year over there was an increase of 30% year over year on the revenue side on the AI division, which is a pretty good deal. Obviously, right now it's a small part of their business, but the expectation is in the next 5 years or so, AI will be a much bigger part of their business, and the revenue coming from that would certainly lead us to higher profits and thus to more increase in stock recovery. But overall, honestly, as you know, I don't get into the financials anymore. Uh, Alibaba, fundamentally speaking, it's a very stable company. It's a strong company. It's a well-established company. It's dominant in e-commerce, and for industries of the next 10 years or so, it is a leader in those fields as well. So I'm not worried about the company. Um, it is also going through a turnover. They've got a new CEO, new management, and that obviously takes years uh, to roll out, and years for the new management to get good control over the company and start executing their vision. That takes a long time. So we're still in the early stages of that. But having said this, Alibaba is still a very much macro play. We know that the tension between China and the US is still high, and there's no sign of it abating. In fact, I read an article yesterday by Murtaza Hussain. He's a very popular, very astute journalist. He has a good understanding of world affairs. He wrote that uh, yeah, he thinks that a war between China and US is imminent. It's imminent, meaning it will happen. We don't know when, but it will happen. It's partly because the US is a dominant world power, and China is rising up fast, and especially under the leadership of President Xi, China wants to uh, challenge that status quo, and China wants to feel secure in its region, of course. So he's saying that for many factors, he's saying that there's no way around it. There's going to be a confrontation, and the U.S. cannot just let China take over South China Sea or Taiwan, and become a regional power, uh, just like that, because ultimately that would mean that the U.S. is back to its like world World War II dynamics, and that's not what the U.S. wants. After World War II, U.S. came in, they established hegemony, and they want to keep it that way. So of course the U.S. will try to defend this hegemony as much as it can. So that's what's going on. But besides macro, I lied. There's a little bit of micro economics at play too. We need the Chinese consumers to go back not go back, but we need Chinese consumers to start spending again, to start purchasing products again. Right now, as it appears that Chinese consumers, they're staying back, and the main issue here is that the post-COVID recovery has been very slow. On top of that, the housing market in China is doing horrible. It's unstable, and a lot of consumers, their money is tied up with the housing market. So when housing market is falling, they don't feel secure and they're not spending as much. That's obviously, I'm simplifying things, but that's how it is. Overall, the stock is at $83, which is great. I'm putting up a 6-month chart. What I've noticed is that about a month or maybe 3 weeks before their earnings, Alibaba does tend to rise up, and then after earnings, it tends to fall back down. So it's something I observed. I hope this time it just stays higher, and I hope maybe hopefully it will break upwards. Maybe go above $90 a share. That would be fantastic. I did see some analysts increasing their price targets, but it wasn't anything significant. It was just going from 80 to 90 or 90 to 100. So yeah, just wanted to highlight all these. Overall, it's just the same. Hold it. I'm holding it, and let's see how it goes. It's Alibaba reminds me of the stocks I owned, the oil stocks I owned. Not too far back, and I ended up holding them for a very long time, maybe like 10 years, I would say. Some of them I'm still holding. So honestly, these stocks, these so-called cheap stocks, they're cheap for a reason. They're undervalued. The returns will be enormous, but we have to wait. We have to wait. Our fundamentals are strong. It's a very easy play. It's a clear play. It's just a matter of waiting. With obviously this China-US tension, that could derail everything. So if you haven't bought Alibaba, maybe look somewhere else, because there's other better markets out there. Anyways, I'm out. Have a good day, everyone.